We just wrapped up an awesome day of production here with Dr. Maxwell Holland and his team. I did a small interview with him, so check this out about his experience working with us today. Doctor, thank you for spending time with me today. It was a long and hard day. I want to just hear from you, what was your experience being at the end of the day and your expectation that you have?
The experience was a challenging one for me because it's new territory in many ways. It's something that we know that had to be done, but the process of going through it and being the first experience was, personally, it was challenging because of the amount of content and all that's required on the day. But working with you has been it's been such a pleasure because of the way you dealt with and were able to adapt even the morning session to the afternoon session to help and assist and make this thing easier. I just love even, Chris has been with us here. It's been amazing because even him settling down the fact that he can edit things and make it easier. At the end of the day, I feel satisfied. It's been such a joy being here, so thank you for that.
You mentioned that it's been a long time coming. Why do you think this is an important process for pastors and ministers, especially visionary leaders, to do this as an exercise to leave this for prosperity and to use it as tools to equip people going forward? With a focus of disconnecting you from the one-on-one process, we've been speaking about that a lot.
Yeah, what we need to understand, times are changing, and it's changing rapidly. A couple of things for me that is really, really important is that when I spoke to the leadership and even spoke to Pastor Brian, we're dealing with, this is the message, this is what we know, and the house is being blessed, but the world doesn't know it and what we are doing and the kind of impact it is. Secondly, for me, is that it needs someone to coach you through the process to understand that, and that was very important for us because there are various platforms. Where do you start? What do you do? Those things you've coached me through. And those things are very important for every single pastor, every single leader, every single visionary. I mean, obviously, most important is the fact that the message must get out. It is a content that must be shared and the information must be shared across the globe. And that's vital for every single visionary. In fact, that's what we want. In fact, that's what God wants for every single one of us, is that this message must spread across the globe. Of course, at the end of the day, finally, is that when every pastor goes to rest and is done with ministry, his message will remain. How else are they going to know unless there's a preacher? And so you've made it possible for this message to go out and be what it is across the globe.
Good. For me personally and my team, we've achieved getting to production day like today much quicker than usual. But, however, there's a big preparation part to today. How have you experienced that preparation part, and how important do you think that is to achieve the delivery of today?
Two things is important for us at this point, in this juncture. You walked into my life when we were actually praying about how we're going to do this. So you need to understand, number one, you were answered prayer for us. So we want to say thank you for that, because if you know the urgency and even the frustration of our season, we were looking for someone. In fact, when you walked into our lives, we even were skeptical. Like, wow, is this, someone just coming to take, or is it going to really add value? And for us, it's been the fact that we were actually gearing ourselves up for that space already. It wasn't news for me when you came to me and said, you need to get you on a social media platform. I was already understanding the power behind it. There are other pastors that maybe not understanding the power of it yet, and so that process could be a little longer to encourage them, to coax them to get to that place. But for us, we were absolutely ready for that. I just didn't know how. You added, you slotted in there, you shortened the time, you made sure that we could come in and get things moving right now. I am surprised that it's only a month and we're in production. The kind of things you did for our logos, from the photographs and the kind of impact, for me, it's been life-changing. The experience has been life-changing. Today was a bit of a baptism into what we're doing, but I'm so looking forward to the future of this thing.
What's important for me was surrounding myself with people that are gifted in the areas that I'm not. And that's some of the sessions that we've done is where you are weak, you need to get people that have
Yes.
How important do you think was it for this process up until this point for me to bring that team and everyone having a certain skill to just help us develop the brand and get the message out.
Yeah. But if you understand the IFCO process, we've just discussed the IFCO process now and understanding from incubation, the foundation, construction, is that when you hit the construction phase of where you ultimately want to go to, this new phase, this new stage you want to enter into, you understand that you are not skilled. You don't have the skill, you don't have the ability, you're not equipped, and you need to upgrade your skill. And when you walked in there, you brought in everybody that was necessary to make me feel comfortable, to make us understand the importance of it. In fact, you didn't really have to do it. We were pushing for it already. But what you added in terms of the construction of this idea is that we're occupying a state far quicker than we ever thought and imagined because of what you've done.
You had personal introductions, experiences with the team, each one obviously having his own personal skill set.
Yes.
What was your experience working with those people individually or what they brought to the table?
Pastors have schedules, and then sometimes the schedule gets thrown. I've watched you in the last 2 months being willing to change dates and times, and the photo shoot is supposed to happen a certain day and couldn't happen, and then you shifted it for a week later. And then I was skeptical about times and monies and what to do. You went back and you've adjusted whatever on your side to make sure I'm satisfied. That I appreciate no end. Changing your schedule and allowing the team to change theirs so that we can accommodate me has been something that has been absolutely phenomenal. I can never forget the day the woman came with the logos. But she came, her name is Kirsten. And she came traveling from how far to come and just spend an hour with me, just to meet me, so that she can understand what we needed. And then left in the traffic all the way back to Pretoria. For me, that was pretty amazing. And then going back to her children, and I knew to speak traffic at that time. I remember that day very clearly. And then she produces something which was urgent for the next week, a couple of days, and produces the logos with such excellence. I have never seen anything like it before. We've done logos, we've done work with people. The impact of this thing for my life, and to accelerate even what you need to be doing for us, it's been like a whirlwind. It's been crazy. But I'm so thankful that you and the team have been so excellent. And even today, what can I say about the man? He's been absolutely amazing. I've been sitting before cameras at times, and all the guys there is to make sure that he gets the shot right. And as soon as it's done, he's out of there. But this man, Chris, he's here coaching me, saying, calm down, you're trying to do my work. You've been a great blessing, sir. And it's such an impact in what we are doing. The team around you is amazing, sir. No wonder we can shift and accelerate things. We know out of this, plenty is coming because of a moment like this.
Finally, just share with me your experience or actually your expectation going forward. What do you expect will come from what we've done today?
The truth is I don't really know. I know we must be there, but this is not a church with a couple of hundred people we're speaking to. This is the world we're speaking to. I go to John Maxwell. I'm a part of Bill Winston. There are other relationships we have happening out there. We've got people coming from the United States helping us in terms of social change and so on. But, you just don't know what will come out of this thing. I know it'll be impactful. We don't know which one will impact someone's life, the kind of changes is there. But for me personally, I just know that I can't go back. And so this moment is significant in time. And there's nothing more powerful as an idea whose time has finally come. And this is the time.
Awesome. It's an honor for us to be in this relationship with you, and I want to thank you for, my pastors always talk about me pushing and prodding very gently. I don't know if you experienced that today, but thank you for the opportunity. You didn't ask me that question. Why didn't you ask? Thank you for the opportunity, and we're really blessed.
No, you've done a tremendous work. I'm so appreciative. This moment means so much to us. Thank you for your excellence. Thank you for the way you do what you do. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.